We are back at it once again, everyone, right here on the channel. It's time to talk about Smackdown Live. So, we're going to get this over with. We're going to quickly go over everything. So, let's just do what we have to do. One positive on this show is that there was no Shane McMahon. Probably the biggest surpriser of them all. We had no Shane McMahon all week. Gasp. So Kevin Owens came out to cut a promo. All led to Drew McIntyre coming out. And then it led to a match between Kevin Owens and Drew McIntyre. The match was pretty solid. I thought it was an alright match. Kevin Owens performed the pop-up powerbomb. Drew kicked out. Now you know why he doesn't rely on the pop-up powerbomb anymore. For people who are wondering why he doesn't use it anymore, that's why. Yeah, so there you go. Now you know why Kevin Owens doesn't do the pop-up powerbomb anymore, because people kick out of it now. So, the match progressed, and then Kevin Owens would nail a stunner to defeat Drew McIntyre. People looking at this as Drew McIntyre is now buried. I don't think Drew McIntyre is buried. I mean, come on, losing a good match. Is losing a good match considered burying to you? If Drew McIntyre lost in seconds, then I'd say, yeah, he's buried. But he didn't lose in seconds. It was a good match. So please, can people stop saying people are buried because they end up losing a good match? Next we had Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. They took on Bayley and Ember Moon. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross surprisingly got the win. Now the reason why... okay, I shouldn't really say I was surprised. I kind of figured they were going to win. I kind of expected them to win because Bayley and Ember Moon are feuding. So I kind of expected it. So I guess I shouldn't say shockingly. I kind of expected them to win because of the feud between Bayley and Ember Moon. Ember Moon was the one that got pinned by Alexa Bliss. All the Alexa Bliss haters will be salty for that one. They'd be getting salty because the #1 contender was pinned in a tag team match when clearly it was done to continue the story with Bayley and Ember Moon. Seriously, people take shit so seriously. Alexa Bliss needed a win. She hasn't won in a long time. Aleister Black was backstage. He wanted someone to pick a fight with him again. This time he was a little less patient than he was the first time. And the person that has decided to pick a fight with the Dutch Destroyer is none other than the critic, Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn believes that he will vows to expose Aleister Black at SummerSlam. I think that is going to be a fantastic match. I think that's a great match. So far, from the match card that we've been given, so far at SummerSlam, I swear it looks like we could be in, finally, for a great SummerSlam. We haven't had a great SummerSlam in ages. I feel like for the first time, finally, we're getting a good SummerSlam. All we gotta hope now is that the matches end up delivering. And before I move on to the next segment, I'm gonna talk about something else as well. The Iconics were on exclusive interview, and the Kabachkai Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, issued a challenge to them, Paige as well, because she was speaking on their behalf. And then Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville showed up, and they vowed to be the next champions. And Billie Kay goes down with an illness and says that, oh, we can't compete because, oh, I'm not feeling well. Some kind of puppet sickness, I don't know what it is. But Billie Kay went down with another sickness, and unfortunately, the Iconics just can't compete. So are they going with a triple threat at SummerSlam? So they're going with a triple threat probably just to protect the Iconics so that they can lose their titles without physically being pinned. In my opinion, I know we need new tag team champions, but if I was to pick anybody, I would definitely want Mandy and Sonya because they bloody deserve better. They're good young talents that deserve championships, and they're hungry. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, you really need to turn Alexa Bliss into a babyface. Have her chase the women's tag team titles with Nikki Cross. I'm getting sick and tired of Alexa Bliss as a heel, so this is their this is their chance. Alexa Bliss needs to be a babyface. Vince needs to get over Alexa as a heel. He needs to. He needs to get over Alexa as a heel. Her heelness has died. Her heelness has been dead for a long time now. We're sick of her as a heel. It's time for a change. That's all I asked for. So we could possibly be getting a triple threat with the Iconics, Fire and Desire, and Kabuchkai Warriors. It should be a good match, because all three of these teams are great. Next we had Dolph Ziggler and Finn Balor. Dolph Ziggler ended up winning the match because of The Fiend and Bray Wyatt appearing on screen with the pure glamour, you're a friend, and this is a friendship that'll never ever end. Or was it that, or was it just The Fiend that came out? I think it was just The Fiend that came out. I know there was a Firefly episode on SmackDown Live. I think The Fiend came out. Yeah, I think that's what happened. The Fiend appeared, flashing on the stage, and Ziggler super kicked Balor for the 1-2-3. And also they announced The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler at SummerSlam. Really? I mean, like, how many times have these two guys versed each other at SummerSlam? I believe they versed at SummerSlam one time over the Intercontinental Championship. Does Dolph Ziggler really need to be on SummerSlam? People talk about Charlotte. People say Charlotte shouldn't be on SummerSlam. Dolph Ziggler shouldn't even be on SummerSlam. Speaking of Charlotte, I'll get into her segment now. King's Court. Jerry Lawler comes out. They're in Memphis, Tennessee, so I guess they're just using King for special appearances in his hometown with King's Court, because that's what happened the last time they were in Memphis. And who was King's last person he interviewed in the King's Court? Funny enough, it was Dolph Ziggler. That was the last time we saw King doing his King Court segment. This time, he had Trish Stratus. Charlotte came out, and she challenged Trish Stratus to a match. Trish would end up accepting. I don't get this fan base. I just don't get these fans. They complain about Charlotte getting title shots over and over again. They finally go with something different. This is a dream match. But I guess none of you care, because it's Charlotte. We shouldn't care, because it's Charlotte. The fact that people still complain, the fact that people are still complaining that Charlotte is on SummerSlam, saying that she should be left off the card. She is one of WWE's top talents. What do you expect them to do. I swear, if they left Adam Cole off an NXT takeover, I bet none of you... Will people complain if they left Adam Cole off an NXT takeover? Or if they left Johnny Gargano off a takeover? Why not give them a break from takeover? I'll say that right now. I'm sick of seeing them at takeover. Why not them take a break from takeover? Give someone else a turn. But no, you guys are going to say, oh, well, they're the marquee superstars. Of course they're going to be on takeover. Well, it's the same shit. Charlotte is one of their big stars. Of course she's going to be at SummerSlam. But she's not competing for a title. Good gravy, guys. What is with these people? She's not competing for a title. It's not like this match is to determine the next #1 contender for a championship. This is just a dream match. A nice marquee match. They're in Toronto, Canada. And I'm hearing people complaining that Charlotte is probably going to win this match. I don't think she's going to. They're in Toronto, Canada. They're in Trish Stratus' hometown of Canada. Do you really think they're going to make Trish Stratus lose in her hometown? Same thing with Kevin Owens. I know Sami Zayn's from Canada. I know Natalya is. Sure, not all the Canadians are going to win. Sami Zayn, obviously, is going to lose to Aleister Black. Not all the Canadians need to, win their matches. I get that. But this is Trish Stratus. This is her first match back since Evolution. Honestly, I just don't get the complaining. Actually, you know what? I do get the complaining because you people are upset that it's not someone who you want it to be. I hear a lot of people complaining Alexa Bliss should be getting Trish Stratus instead of Charlotte. Who the hell cares? It's not who the hell cares who the hell cares? Seriously. Who gets Trish Stratus? You're making it sound like she's a toy. We all should fight over a toy. She's like an old toy that some of the newer people want to play with. Alexa Bliss was scheduled to play with it first. She went down with injury, and now Charlotte gets to play with the toy, and now everyone's fighting over the toy. Seriously, who the hell cares? This is a marquee match. I am okay with Trish Stratus and Charlotte. It's not a title match. So seriously, stop your bitching. I'm sick and tired of these people bitching and complaining about everything. And they've got their new favorite word. Their new favorite word is agenda. Oh, everything's an agenda. We got a Roman agenda. We got the women's Revolution agenda. We got the Charlotte agenda. We got the Alexa Bliss agenda. Next thing, I guess we should add the fans agenda. Because that's the fans. Because the fans bitch and moan about everything. You guys are the real agenda. These fans are the real agenda because they bitch and moan about everything. Same thing with Ember Moon. People should be freaking happy. People should be happy that this woman is finally getting an opportunity. But you still want to find a way to complain about something. Every single time when they do something different, you complain. Everyone's been begging for Ember Moon to get a push. Here she is getting a push, and you're still in the same bubble. Complain, complain, complain. Nothing WWE does will win you people over. And that's a fact. Even when they decide to push people you want. It's a true fact, guys. Get over it. Mustafa Ali. he took on Shinsuke Nakamura. This was a rematch from Smackville. 50-50 booking. Jesus Christ, I thought 50-50 booking was gone. I thought finally we were going to be getting interesting storylines and champions actually being built up. So Ali pins Nakamura. So I guess they did this just to set Ali up to eventually challenge Nakamura for the Intercontinental Championship. You could have done this any other way. You could have had like, you know, I don't know. You could have had like Ali, Andrade, you know, battle it out for a #1 contender spot. Could have done it any other way. So I think Nakamura losing shouldn't really be a thing that people should be thinking about right now, especially for WWE's sake. I know they want to get him on the card for SummerSlam, but having him lose to a guy that he beat on Sunday for Smackville really makes no sense. Then we had Kofi Kingston and AJ Styles in the main event. This was a very good main event match. Kofi Kingston got the win in a great way. This was a great way to end the match. Styles went up for a phenomenal forearm, and Kofi Kingston catches him in mid-air with a mid-air Trouble in Paradise. While Gallows and Anderson and the New Day all had a big brawl on the outside. And Roman Reigns made a challenge for SummerSlam as well, but he narrowly avoids an injury where one of the big staging areas falls down on Roman, or nearly falls down on Roman. So whoever planned this is obviously his rumored SummerSlam opponent, I'm guessing. So whatever happened here at the end is obviously the man who would have done that to Roman Reigns. And I think that's going to be Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe has been targeting Roman Reigns for a while. So it only makes sense for it to be Samoa Joe. But at the same time, though, I kind of wouldn't be surprised if it was like someone who we didn't expect. But at the end of the day, guys, that's all I've got for you guys. That was Smackdown. I thought Smackdown was alright. I thought Smackdown was alright. I think this week of wrestling alone was actually very good. I thought both shows did a decent job of building up to SummerSlam, giving everybody a match. So we'll have to wait and see what happens next week. Thank you all for tuning into this review, and I'll see you all for my live streams as well. See you guys later, guys.